Peace, peace. This is God I Seer. I'm back in here, man. I know it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody is doing excellent, you know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods, peace to the divine ones, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna tap in here for a minute, you know? Shit, man, right now, I guess, I'm not gonna waste any time, jumping in, you know what I'm saying? So, Spirit came to me and told me to deliver this message on the importance on going within. Again, the message is the importance on going within. You know what I'm saying? I was prompted to deliver this message just based on just what Spirit just laid on me. You know what I'm saying? First thing first though, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, share, and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it up, man, for real. So if you fuck with this message, if it resonates with you, make sure you sharing this with your people. You know what I'm saying? Cause we gonna go in, we gonna dive in, man, and we gonna go deeper as time goes. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, messages for you, then, may you receive it. If it's not for you, maybe you should leave and try again at another time, come back another time when you might get it. But we can't stop right now, man, So like I said, man, just wanted to plug that in, and yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Right now, man, I just wanted to tap in real quick and talk about, the importance on going within. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I really am seeing, for me, I know that, I know how important it is to go within. What do I mean when I say go within? I know we see this and we hear this all the time, people talking about going within and all that. But, do you really get what that means in terms of conceptually? What does going within mean? It's like this, man. I'm gonna put it into the physical sense. If you know what I'm saying, if you outside, you can see those dark clouds coming right before a storm is coming. You know what I'm saying? And when you see a storm coming, the first thing you do, you know what I'm saying? Like most people, if it's a storm coming, if it's bringing a lot of rain, a lot of wind, a lot of damaging elements that can potentially do damage, most people do what? They go inside. They go in the house. You know what I'm saying? They go in the house. So I want you to use that analogy when it applies to you, the individual. Why don't you apply that same concept to your own life? You know what I'm saying? Because when you see a storm coming in your life, or when you see an obstacle, most people, they don't, the first thing they want to do is they want to look outside of themselves for the solution. They want to look up, they want to look elsewhere. You want to go to a person, you want to go everywhere else outside of yourself to seek the answers that you need for the storm that you're dealing with in your life, right? But the same way you go inside when you see a storm outside, you should also do that same thing whenever you see a storm coming in your situation or an obstacle. Go within. That's what you do. You got to go inside, because all the answers really lies inside of you. I want people to understand something right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything you looking at through these lenses that we call eyes is really pretty much a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Meaning that this shit is really like a simulation that you're looking at. It's a hologram. We live in a holographic universe. So whatever you're looking at out through those eyes, those windows that you call eyes, those are just showing you what's inside of you. So it's almost like a projector screen. You know what I'm saying? It's being projected outward. So none of this shit is really real unless you make it real. And it starts inside of you. So it's almost like, how do you tap into your true divine nature? How do you access spirit? You know what I'm saying? I know some people like to go to a church. They like to go to a mosque. They like to go to these places of worship. And I'm not saying anything against whatever that is that you do or where you go to. But just know that the true temple is your body. You know what I'm saying? Even inside of the book. We're not religious over here, but the Bible, the book has relevant things in it, just like any other book of literature that has relevant things in it. And one thing that it says is that the kingdom of God is within, and the body is the temple. So when you going inside of a church, you should be going inside of thyself. Know thyself. You know what I'm saying? As within, so without. As above, so below. You know, we got to understand that. So, you know, the concept of going within requires us to have that sense of knowing within oneself. See, when we ask questions, we don't never, a lot of us don't really, you know, never really think that the answer is already within us. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that requires you to be silent. It requires you to be consistent, and it requires you to be patient. And the more you do that, the more you start to tap in, you know what I'm saying? And you got to get into, you know, closing your eyes. Meditation. You know, you have to sit in silence. That means getting away from everything. Preferably, you need to get out in nature into the elements, you know. If you listening to this video right now, shit, I'm sure you can hear, you may or may not can hear the sounds in the background, you know. It's what we do, you know what I'm saying? Real potent, powerful energy. We out here, like, this is where you connect, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so again, just talking about the importance of going within, right? You know, another aspect of going within is doing shadow work. I want to talk about shadow work for a moment, because I think sometimes you know, people get shadow work confused as to what you really should do as it pertains to shadow work. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna touch on it real quick, real briefly. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's just say, for example, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got certain things going on within yourself. You know, you got certain issues, rather, that you would like to fix. Or you may or may not even realize that there's things that are inside of you that cause you to do the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, let's just say you have a habit of, let's just say that you have a habit of, projecting your insecurities onto other people. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead of you know, really, you know, what that means is people who like to project their insecurities or their energy onto other people. You know what I'm saying? They'll go and they'll always point fingers at people and telling people, oh, you fucked up, you this, you that, you ain't this, you ain't that. Well, really, that's the way that they feel about themselves. So they try to project their shit onto you and make you feel the way they feel. You heard the term misery loves company, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, when we talking about real shadow work would be an example of a person who does that. Going, you know what I'm saying, going within and actually facing that shit. I want you to turn into, like, that's one of your demons or your monsters. To do shadow work, you have to get down in there. Like, you have to go to the darkest places inside of you that you don't want to deal with. That shit that you would rather sweep under the rug. Some of that shit that you carry with yourself that you think you hiding, that don't nobody know about but you. You know what I'm saying? That you think you hiding, that you know you need to work on. You gotta really get in there and face that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you doing shadow work and shit like that, when you really go into these deep meditations, you don't have to go in to do shadow work. It don't go it's no other way. You're gonna have to close your eyes and go into that darkness. And you're gonna have to get away from everything and turn everything off. You can't just think that you're doing shadow work from the outside. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You can work on yourself externally, but shadow work ain't got nothing to do with you going to therapy and shit. That ain't shadow work. It ain't got nothing to do with you calling a friend and talking to them about your problems or your issues. That ain't shadow work. You can't do that shit from the outside, period. You're going to have to face real demons, real monsters, and you're going to have to go into that darkness, and you're going to see some shit too. If you ain't cried, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't cried yet, if you ain't burst out into tears when you was doing this work, if you ain't seen some shit that might have made you real, like made you a little bit creeped out or fucked up, made you feel some type of way, or made your emotions come out, that means you ain't really done no shadow work yet. You ain't done no shadow work until you start feeling all them emotions coming out of you. When you do that, that's a sign that you're really doing shadow work, real shadow work, and that takes going within. And again, how do you go within? You have to get into that quiet space, that silent space, and you really have to look at yourself inside, analyze yourself. Just sit in silence for a moment. You know what I'm saying? And again, go back to the last video about how to receive messages from spirit. The first way I said was to shut the fuck up. And a lot of times we got so much shit going on in our lives, we so busy that we don't take out time to just shut down shit. I mean, just be quiet, be silent. When the last time you sat in silence, right? And when I say silence, again, I don't just mean with your mouth verbally. I mean tuning out the noise, because most people have even when you quiet, you'll notice that you have a lot of chatter still going on inside your mind, inside your shit. And that right there, what you have to do to get out of that is you have to become more present in your body. You know what I'm saying? Do something like moving your body, like get out of your head and more into your body. You do that by getting out into nature, maybe walking into nature, doing some deep breathing exercises, breathing and exhaling. You know what I'm saying? You know, tapping into that energy. Or, you know, working out too can help a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get your workout on too. And that'll help get you out of your head. It'll quiet your mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those thoughts tend to leave. And when you get into that quiet space, that is the time that you want to choose to go in, because now you ain't got no distractions all flapping around in your mind and shit. Sitting there thinking about, what Stacy and them did last night at the club, or you know what I'm saying, what your homeboys got going on for the day, or how you gonna pay this bill, or what I'm gonna do. Man, it's gonna be a million things gonna pop up every day. It's always gonna be something. It ain't nothing you can do about certain shit until you just quiet the fuck down, you know? Turn that shit off and get into that quiet space. And you know, and when you get quiet, when your mind is quiet, that's when you want to go within. So the importance of going within is something that everyone should know, like how important that is, because everything comes from within. You know what I'm saying? The laws of vibration, you know, everything vibrates, nothing rests. So remember that your thoughts, anything that you think about, goes out into the universe and comes back. So that means that anything that manifests had to come from within you first. You know, just the same way you can think about a person and then you see them or they call you. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of your inner self. That's the power of the mind. But be careful with the mind, because sometimes the mind can trick you. Your mind can start to turn on you and play games with you, and you don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know why your mind is like that. Like, why am I thinking X, Y, and Z? Do not let your mind run rampant, because it'll take you to some places that you don't want to go. You feel me? So again, the importance of going within. Anything that you may be dealing with, or anything that, you know what I'm saying, you want to know, you have to go within. Again, I use the analogy of when a storm comes, you go in the house. You don't go running outside looking for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna go, where you going? They tell you gonna seek shelter, right? So you need to do the same thing as it pertains to you as a person. And people, you know what I'm saying, just sitting down for 2 or 3 minutes one time ain't gonna get it. That ain't gonna cut it. I'm not one of them advisors that's gonna tell you, like, 2-3 minutes a day, whatever the case may be. No, it's no set time, but you just have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You probably carrying around lifetimes worth of trauma, and you think you're gonna sit down for 5 minutes and then and it's all just gonna go away. No, like, going within requires you to do this often. And the more you do it, the more, like, you know what I'm saying, the easier it becomes. It's nothing. You know, it becomes second nature, just like brushing your teeth. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do you go within again? Like, you sit down. The first thing is just learning how to basically just sit down in silence and just breathe deeply from the base of your spine, from your root, and breathe deeply. And then, you know what I'm saying, as you breathing deeply, as you exhale, I want you to imagine everything that's on your mind, all that clutter, all those toxic thoughts, all that shit that's not serving you. I need you to imagine that leaving your body as you release, as you breathe out, as you exhale. You know what I'm saying? And then once you do that, you start to, just start to tap in more. You start to, whatever you're going within to do, like, you start to face certain aspects of yourself, but just be silent. If just being silent is enough for you to get messages. Your spirit guides or your ancestors will come to you and speak to you once you get into that quiet space and get yourself to a vibration where you can receive these messages. It's very important, you know what I'm saying, to learn the significance of going within. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that, this message resonated with you or whoever you may be. You know what I'm saying? We just kept it simple. Tried to simplify it the best way that I can, but it really gets, it can get deeper. It don't have to be, but it does get deeper the further you go. You know what I'm saying? So like, again too as well, if you want to learn more about these concepts, you know what I'm saying, you can reach me at directly email, as I am an advisor, at info@thehouseofancestors.com. You know what I'm saying? And also too, man, make sure y'all tune in to wherever you are in the country or in the world for that matter. Make sure you tune in to WDRB Media at 11 p.m. on Wednesdays. As of right now, that's the time to the new show, Art of the Ancestors, as I am the host and I am the creator of that show. I would love to see everybody in there, you know what I'm saying? So again, man, make sure y'all tune in. That's 11 p.m. on Wednesday to WDRB Media, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And also to get to that, the first thing you need to do, just go to, if you don't have it, download iHeartRadio. Once you download iHeartRadio, just type in WDRB Media, or you can go directly to WDRBmedia.com and at 11 p.m. Eastern Time and stream live. Also, you can go to Apple Music and type in WDRB. Any of those platforms, the TuneIn app as well, you can go on there and type in WDRB. That's all you have to do. And most of these apps, you can download them for free if you don't already have them. You know what I'm saying? So once again, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you know what I'm saying? Shit, man, remember, everything here is we gonna keep it solid. We gonna keep it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep the energy going. I know it's been a minute, but again, man, I need y'all to share this. And if you watching it, it don't take but 1 second for you to press like or hit subscribe, man. So make sure y'all do that. And again, man, visit thehouseofancestors.com. And like I said, man, we're gonna keep it moving. So I'll catch y'all on the next one.